me move, you make me dance, you make my heart beat super fast. You lift me up, you make me laugh. Baby, you're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever. You make me
Hello and welcome to the Season 15 IFAR broadcast here at Daytona International Speedway. Everybody just finished up their qualifying laps. We're in happy hour at the moment. Currently just me in the booth tonight. Nobody else was, well, it was a combination of people not being able to make it and some other stuff going on. But yeah, just going to be me tonight. We got, actually, let me double check how many laps we got tonight. 100 laps, so this is going to be one of the longer races of the season, the IFAR 250, and yes, that is 100% accurate. Most leagues, or I'd say most leagues, some leagues would put in, a random number to make it look realistic. That is IFAR 250 miles tonight. So that is basically comparable to that of a truck race in IRL NASCAR at Daytona. Half distance. The normal distance of a Daytona 500 would be 200 laps. Tonight's going to be 100. Let me get some of my stuff sorted out. As y'all can see, I had a little bit of new UI. I just need to... Man, friggin' phone keeps bugging. Alright, let's get my stuff sorted out a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to have a lot of time to yap tonight. I'll find some lore to keep y'all entertained on. Like I said, 100 laps, a lot can happen. Got some new faces, got some faces we haven't seen in a while, so it's going to be something to take note on. Everything on the ticker should be working fine, except for the fact that I have to reset the numbers every 5 seconds for no reason. That's always fun. Alright, that should be good on the number resets on the ticker. But yeah, I figured I'd take a little inspiration from the IFAR contigs, take some notes from that, put it onto the actual UI for this broadcast, so hopefully y'all like that. And yeah, I got some, let's see, what do I got here? Does this work? Yep, and here is your poll for tonight. Alexander Gonzalez Green in the 18. I guess I should have probably updated the number for that as well, but it is there. Yeah, he put down a pretty good lap, put down a 49 flat, I think, where everyone else put down a 49.1. Charlie Howell was pretty close to it. It was about a 1/100th shy, or actually not shy, but 1/100th faster than Joshua Clements, our defending champion, but just missed out on that. Alright, I guess the number's going to stay stainless font. Alright. No worries. Yeah, here in Happy Hour. Let's see, what are we going to go through? Let's change the cameras. There's some guys doing some pit parties, getting their stuff sorted out. I guess I'll keep that little poll thing on the bottom until we get to the race, just in case anyone is confused, or not confused, but I don't know. I think it's more so just an excuse. I put work into making a graphic, and I want to have an excuse to have it on there for a little longer. I think it's a nice ad. I usually don't do it, but figured I'd go off the contigs on that again, but it presented by Domino. I did All in All is also another thing that's fictional sponsor, so I won't get copyright. But All in All. That is going to be your new official fuel of IFAR. You can see it on all these cars, fuel can areas where they insert fuel, normally where it would be ethanol or whatever. Oh wait, that's Gino Bononi. Alright, that's going to throw me for a loop. Gino Bononi in the M&M's car. That is, I was not expecting that. Holy, okay. Actually looks really nice on the 24 on it. Now I'm gonna. Where's Cameron Jameson? Is he running the same paint scheme? Is he even on track? He's not. But yeah, that's gonna be a spotter's nightmare if he is indeed running the same livery as Gino Bononi. Yeah, some new contigs, like I said. All in All, Domino, Cheese Food, the broadcasting thing. So yeah, wanted to keep consistent with that. See if that translate over. Oh, Stephen Gibson changed his number color. That's interesting. All right, yeah. So in turn 4, I'm probably gonna have to change my camera angle on that. I remember having to do that last season, so bear with me on that if I make any mistakes. Riley Trawick, and you know, I was talking about guys making the first start here tonight, and guys who haven't started in a while. Riley Trawick, I believe this is their debut running the number 11, so it'll be ones to watch. Cole Mather, I think he's been a decent regular here. Doesn't race full time, obviously, but it's just why do I not have Cruz's car? I downloaded the car pack. Well, that is not supposed to be the case. Let me see if I can fix that. I'm gonna exit out of the server real quick. Alright. I wonder if he sent it in the Discord. He did. Alright, well, I'll just download that. Not sure why it wasn't showing up for me. Alright, downloaded that. I'll have to reset my stuff real quick because whenever I don't, the ticker bugs to high hell, so that's something I always have to fix. Alright, see if we can get back in the server. Alright, we are back. First poll award thing's not going to work anymore because session is over and that doesn't have that data saved, but oh well, it is what it is. Everyone's numbers should be in good except for Viola's for some reason. Pit road cameras reset for the initial start. Yeah, bear with me tonight. I might have to solo this. I'll find some stuff to yap about. Keep y'all at least a little entertained. Good area for the initial start. Alright, yeah, that should be good. Just pit lane 1. Get set up for our actual cameras. Yep, looks like Cameron Jamison is also running the M&M's car. So Spotter Night Fair for the Sedan 24 and 13, both running M&M's yellow tonight. I don't see Andrew Cruz on track right now, but I'm just gonna assume that car file's working because I just straight up went and downloaded it. Reload all my sources just in case. I believe we only got 20 cars tonight. I don't think I can go back in qualifying. I can. Alright, we got 23 who set a lap. 25 I think are racing. I'm the only non car that really in. Alright, so let's get to some more cars. There's Cole Rodriguez. And the number 91, he's back here tonight. Has 2 IFAR wins. One of them came here at Daytona, I believe in season... I actually don't remember what season it was. I don't keep up with that too well. My apologies. But yeah, he does have a win at this track, so keep an eye on him. And here's another driver making, I believe, their debut here tonight. That is Jackson Brown in the 99. So it'll be interesting to see how they do tonight. There's Andrew Cruz, and I do have his car file now. Number 7, Pepsi. This is his first start, and I believe almost 2 years here in IFAR. I believe he's highly respected here in this server. So, curious to see how he'll do tonight. Just now noticing a few of my shadows are bugging a little bit. I may have to do a little bit of editing on that in the future. But regardless, it is race time. I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue with the shading. I think it'll be good enough. I think it looks alright. But yeah, Alexander Gonzalez Green, or, oh, my bad, AGG on the pole here tonight. Did my cameras reset? No, they didn't. Alright. 25 cars here tonight. 15 seasons, 5 years of this league. I haven't been around too much of it, but I am here tonight to cover the 15th running of this race. Granted by myself, but hey, as long as it's getting covered, I guess it's all that matters. So let me get a couple things set up real quick. We should be ready to go.
Drivers, start your engines.
Right. So, if you want a little bit of starting lineup, Alexander Gonzalez Green starting pole right next to Jelani Howell. Row 2, why did I say Jeremy Clements? I'm losing my mind. Joshua Clements and Cole Rodriguez. Joshua Clements defending champ. According to what I heard, or what I seen in the chat, Joshua Clements lost his sponsor after that title, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do tonight to maybe get that sponsor back or potentially capture a new sponsor. Starting row 3, Garson Moo Young and Gina Bononi. Row 4, Liam Tingley and William Viola. Row 5, Jolene Sims, Landon Lyle. Row 6, Blaine Davis and Caden Rife. Row 7, Tala Aziz, Victor Delgado III, MCR row there. They switched to Ford after the offseason. D-Dog and Treywick, Jamison, Miller, pace cars off. Going through the restart zone. And green flag is in the air here at Daytona. '91's around. That's going to be a reset. We'll let them get that sorted out. I believe Cole Rodriguez just got caught in a bad spot. But ultimately, we are ready to, we'll just go ahead and let the server reset and we'll go from there. Let me just double check with league admin, make sure they aren't whispering anything I need to hear real quick.
Fell out, D-Dog. Oh, right.
Alright, servers reset. I'm gonna get on and off track, that way these guys can get going a little quicker. Let's try this again. Nothing bugged too bad on that. Actually, I just thought about something. I know this being 100 laps, I should probably move the lap counter over just a little bit. That way it doesn't dry out too far onto the actual leaderboard. So, yep, just a slight adjustment there. And we should be getting these guys ready to go.
Drivers, start your engines.
Got the command, attempt number 2. I didn't get the rest of the field, but yeah, after Miller, Jamison, Mather, however you pronounce it, my apologies, and then Jackson Brown, Chris Strellmeyer, Ryan Scarrett, Andrew Cruz, and the last car on the track didn't set a lap, Stephen Gibson in the number 51. As we get attempt number 2 going, a little bit of gaps here and there, but everything should be sorted out. Cole Rodriguez had that little bit of a mishap there into turn 2 to get this thing originally started, which leads us to attempt 2 at the start. Again, 25 cars, 100 laps. I didn't actually check how much the fuel consumption was. My bad on that front. I guess we'll just have to play by ear on this. Anyways, attempt number 2, pace car is going to go into pit road. Alexander Gonzalez-Green going to lead us once again here with Jelani Howell on the outside, and green flag is out here at Daytona. As we complete lap 1, Jelani Howell, your leader on the top line. Get that run from Cole Rodriguez. Alexander Gonzalez-Green on the bottom with a run from Joshua Clements. Everyone's still in the draft, lap 1. And it's going to be a matter of running down these laps. I think some of these guys could be saving some gas a little bit, because you don't know when that run is going to switch over against your favor. You just kind of got to manage that. One thing to note, 2 cars up front on the bottom, unsponsored. Not the first time I've seen AGG unsponsored show up to a plate race. He's done it before, I believe, season 13, or no, it might have been season, I think it was season 12 Dega, might have been season 11, and I think he did it in season 10 Daytona. Again, I might get my seasons mixed up. There's been like 15 of them, but yeah, we'll get it figured out. Only about a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds separating this entire field. All, I believe, 25 cars. My bad on that. I forgot to switch my camera there. I'll switch to TV2 since TV1 just isn't adequate for that specific part of the track. Might need to make a new camera for this. I believe there, I could look around. This is a very well-known track. Throw in a different camera file and make it work good. I think someone, I'm sure, has made something for this, being the most modern version of Daytona. What do you think? I think it's about 5 years old. Might be older than that. And so far, it's just been double file, both these lanes. It's been pretty even between Alexander Gonzalez-Green, Jelani Howell, top line versus bottom line. And I think a lot of these guys just planning on clocking down these laps, getting themselves prepared for the first pit stop, and putting themselves in position to get things going, maybe get to the front. I don't expect to see a third line, but it would not shock me to see a third line. Maybe a little later in the run. What is the fastest lap right now? Jackson Brown right now with the fastest lap with a 45.734. I just realized y'all can't see that because I have the vertical ticker on the top of the screen. My bad, I meant to say horizontal. I don't know why I said vertical. I get those mixed up. My apologies. Not a lot going on up front. Again, like I said, these guys just count down their laps, keeping themselves in position, and staying just where they need to keep themselves clean, keep the speed up to par. And so far, it's really just been a jockeying of who leads a lap and who doesn't between 19 and 18. I don't know exactly who's led each place where, but regardless, it is something to take note of. I guess since it's early in the race, we just hit lap 6, go for the field a little bit. Johnny Howe obviously leading. Second place, Alexander Gonzalez Green. Was suspended last season for a decent bit. Won some races towards the end. Almost won the finale. But Kyle Watts able to clutch up there briefly. Or not briefly, but clutch up at the end and win last season's finale. And Joshua Clemens had the points lead at the end of that. Ended up getting the title. All those guys are up here in the top 4. Cole Rodriguez mentioned him during practice, how he had, or not practice, happy hour rather, where he had, he has 2 wins in this league, 1 win in NARL, all of them at super speedway, so he's definitely going to be one to watch here tonight. Keep an eye on that 91. And go ahead and go to Garson Muyoung in the 70. We're sporting a Sporticus. Lazy Town, any Lazy Town fans out there, he is sporting Sporticus on that number 70. He's also pretty good at these super speedways. I believe he has 2 super speedway NARL wins out of recent memory. Doesn't have any IFAR wins yet, so keep an eye on that 70. Tonight might be his night. Gino Bononi there in the 24. I believe he got 3 wins last season. Probably winning, or why I say probably, definitely the most winningest driver last season. Executed quite nicely, but a few mistakes and a little bit of let's see how to put this. A few mistakes and just some misfortunes that just let him be too far behind at the last race and was not able to get the title. Liam Tingley in the number 25. I believe they've been here since season 1. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. But yeah, they've been around for quite a while. Definitely one of the more well-respected drivers in this league. Did some starts last season. Not too much of note, but running up here in the top 4th in line on the bottom. Ooh, a little bit of a scary push there it looked like, unless that was just a bit of a jostle. 27-24, but William Viola, they've been pretty quick, especially to note Circuit of the Americas last season was in position to win, but unfortunately a speeding penalty cost them that. So they're here back again for season 15, potentially get some redemption and maybe get their first win in IFAR. Jolene Sims in the 06 made their debut, funny enough, at the track I just mentioned, Circuit of the Americas. They're back here for season 15. They've been pretty quick, a lot of tracks. Curious to see how they'll perform here tonight and throughout the season 15 run. Landon Lyle in the 81, he's been here since also, I think last season. You know what, actually I think he was here season 13, I think as well, correct me if I'm wrong. They've had a pretty interesting set of races. They've had some good finishes here and there. Again, curious to see how they'll do tonight. Keep an eye on that 81 car. This would be a lot better if I had someone else, but unfortunately I don't. Oh well, live and learn. Alright, Caden Rife, the number 97. I actually don't know a lot of lore about Caden Rife. I've seen him race in, I believe it was ASCA. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know I've seen some posts of them doing decently well in some iRacing leagues, so be interesting to know how they do. Meanwhile, we got a third line forming on the top line. MCR and Landon Lyle. They bring Treywick, Jameson, Mather. Brings a 4-car line in the middle. It just depends on where these runs go. And like I said, 2 or 3 wide is very possible. They've made it work here before. It just takes good car control. Joshua Clements, he's trying to make something happen. And Landon Lyle is really getting a run here on Jelani Howell in only a lap. I think he's gained 3 spots from, or not 3 spots, but 3, I guess you could call it car, I don't know. But yeah, 3 wide for the lead now. Landon Lyle, Jelani Howell, and Alexander Gonzalez Green. And a little bit of weakness there on the top line now. Off of 4. Be interesting how these guys execute it. And there's a big risk to running 3 wide, especially here in NR73 with netcode and all that going on. I got someone in the chat saying Caden Rife is the GOAT. That is the lore. Alright. A lot of cars joining that top line. It has weakened a bit. And so is the middle line. The middle line is definitely weakened as well with the lesser amount of cars. Alexander Gonzalez Green, Joshua Clemens, Garson Muyung, and potentially Liam Tingley all pulling ahead in front of that middle line. And now Landon Lyle, that advantage he had is going away. And he is now right back behind the 27 once again. They're making it work there for a little bit. I wonder what happened. Oh, we got a car in the wall in the back. That is Chris Stradelmeyer in the 79. He is able to hold on to the draft. I think it was just a slight hiccup. So he'll be alright. They're still trying to make this third line work. And meanwhile, Joshua Clements on the top takes the lead from Alexander Gonzalez Green. Has help from Garson Muyung. That's going to leave Liam Tingley to work with Alexander Gonzalez Green on the bottom. Jolene Sims also showing their face up there. Man, this camera angle keeps bugging. And that third line has officially dissipated as the runs just wasn't there. Now those guys in the back, they're a little bit more spread out. And I wonder if some of those guys are saving a little bit of gas. Guys like Ryan Scarrett, Andrew Cruz, Stephen Gibson, maybe Chris Stradelmeyer. Some of those guys maybe saving a little bit of gas while they're back here. But then again, I don't know if this is one of those setups where if you fall back too far, you'd lose the draft. So don't hold me to that statement. Let's see, not the real 18 and the number Alexander Gonzalez Green. There in the chat from Zach Rogers. And it looks like Landon, he might be trying this third line again. He's got Gino Bononi now helping him on that top line. I was talking about that spotter's nightmare with Jim Bononi, Cameron Jameson. Thankfully, they haven't been together too much, but eventually I'm going to slip up and get them mixed up. Now, thankfully, Gino, they've got a bit of different variants on their M&M paint schemes. It's just, they're very similar. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge to reckon. Oh, we got a big save there. Liam Tingley, Jelani Howe, they got a little contact there in the back straightaway. Hold on to it. I thought that was going to be a wreck, but thankfully they held on to it. Liam warping a little bit. He's going to get to the back of this 18 here. That bottom line's got a little bit of run in the middle of 4, but I think on the exit, Gino Bononi on that top line is going to have the bigger advantage. There's only 3 cars in that draft in the middle line. Here comes William Viola in the middle line. A little bit of an apron hit from the 18. Accidentally hit C instead of V. He's going to hold that lead on the bottom. Joshua Clemens still in the middle. He's losing a little bit of ground. Gino Bononi just trying to make that top work. Got Landon Lyle right behind him. Again, the MCR 12 and 14 also there. And D-Dog Rodriguez. Here comes Alexander Gonzalez Green to the very top. Liam Tingley, he's going to take the lead on the very bottom and might as well take the actual lead when we cross the line, depending on where that run is. I think our top line is going to get a run, but I don't know if the Liam Tingley is going to. Yeah, I think Liam's going to be able to have it here at the line, get a lap led. Help from Jolene Sims and Caden Rife. And Cameron Jameson, 4th on the bottom line as well. A little bit of jostling as that middle line continues to fall back. And this very top line is not quite holding on as much. It's almost like it gets a run for a little bit and then it dissipates almost as quickly as it forms. Gino Bononi going to try the very middle. Caden Rife goes to the top. That allows Cameron Jameson there in the 13 to take P3. Here comes Darren Ingram. He started in the back, I believe. I could be wrong on that. I'm pretty sure he started in the back. He's already up here 5th on the bottom line, and that has all cleared the top and middle line. So basically new leader Liam Tingley, he is, a lot of these cars have cleared the 18 of Alexander Gonzalez Green by quite a bit. Joshua Clemens still in that middle line, along with Caden Rife. A lot of cars falling back. Garson Muyoung trying to get that run back going. Nothing happening. No help. Caden Rife, he's going into the sucker hole along with, looks like Garson Muyoung might go down in it as well. And Gino might be opening a spot up here for Garson, or not Gino. Oh yeah, Gino, yeah. Again, spotter nightmare with the 13 and 24. I'll get it figured out. Then by the time I get it figured out, we'll have something different going. But yeah, we're getting pretty close to going single file here. There's very few cars on the top and middle. They're going to start probably forming their way to the back. Our Pulsar, Alexander Gonzalez Green. Oh, now he's getting a run with the 70 and the 11 of Riley Trawick. See if they can get that moving anywhere. Side by side with Jackson Brown and the 99. They're on the bottom. 2 apron hits. That's gonna allow these guys to get some run. That is Blaine Davis there in the 41 Gravedigger machine. And here comes Gina Bononi on the top. Actually hit C again. That did it again. Alright, I gotta get my keybinds figured out. Yeah, now they gotta run on Darren Ingram in the 45. And they're starting to slowly crawl up towards the front once again. They don't quite have the numbers the bottom has, but it looks like the checkups on the bottom from guys having to lift from wrecking people, it's enough to keep these guys holding on and potentially gain some time. As it looks like William Viola, they're now side by side with. Oh, Liam's warping a little bit. Hey, he's good now. Corner of Cameron Jamison, he's going to go high. Jolene Sims thinking about going high. They're going to peak high on Liam Tingley. It's going to slow up the top a little bit. Didn't quite have the run. Oh. I think Gino thought about going 3, but didn't quite have the momentum. Yeah, that's going to slow down the top line a bit. Liam Tingley holds the lead. And remember, Liam Tingley, if I remember correctly, they got a top 5 here when we were supposed to run Talladega, but ended up running Daytona because the pace car was flying. So, yeah, if you want lore on that, go watch the most recent Talladega crossed out Daytona with these. I think it's cubed. I don't remember. I think it's squared. That's the right scientific term for it. But I put that on for the second Daytona race, and it looks like Jolene Sims is taking the lead here with this top line. Has finally prevailed over the bottom. Lap 23. I'd imagine the pit window is around lap 25 if I had to guess. I could be wrong, but I don't imagine they can make it too long on gas. I don't think it's going to be a very specific number. I think it's probably going to be cut and dry. But once we get that figured out, I can get if this goes green all the way to the first round of pit stops, I can get a pretty good idea of how much they'll have in a tank of gas when we get down to the nitty gritty. All the way next to that wall. Garson Muyoung, Alexander Gonzalez Green, they're all trying to pass each other. Oh ho ho! Gets really close to the 70, holds on to it. I think really all that did was move those guys a lane lower for the entry of 2. Joshua Clemens up there 3 wide off of 4. Gino Bononi, he's going to try to go in high on the 06, but gets put up high. Garson Muyoung to the middle. Alexander Gonzalez Green to the top with the 24. Trawick holds middle. Jameson on the apron a little bit on the entry of 1. Holds on to it a little bit. It's going to check up the bottom a little bit more. Middle line's prevailing right now with Garson Muyoung, Riley Trawick. Bottom line, despite the little bit of the curb hops in the middle of 1 and 2, are still got that run. Garson and Treywick were briefly clear there if they wanted to go down, but decided not to. They want that run. The top line is, or the very top line, 3 wide, is not going anywhere with Gina Benoni, Alexander Gonzalez Green, Joshua Clements, Caden Rife. It looks like Lane and Lyle trying to join that mix a little bit further back. But slowly, I want to say but surely, they've been side by side with Viola for about a lap now. That 70 of Garson Muyoung, they're getting that run. Oh, Tingley almost, I wonder if Tingley was about to go high on that 06. Not sure if that was going to be the plan or not, but a decent run from the 3rd line, entering 3. Tala Aziz there in the middle, kind of not quite up to the back of the 12. The 12 of Victor Delgado the 3rd. He's going to try to briefly go in front of the 24. Thinks better of it, stays middle. That middle line is down to 3 cars, and they are about where they were a lap ago. Backed a little bit worse off. And now the top line is getting a run once again. Garson Moon goes to the middle, or not the middle, the top. Treywick down to the middle. That's going to move that middle line a little bit further back in the pack, but they're still a little formed up. Never mind, they just put Riley Treywick in the sucker hole. Left out to dry, that 11 car. They finally find a spot on the bottom line. And once again, trying to go 3 wide, the 81 of Landon Lyle. He's got help from Daniel Rodriguez, Tala Aziz, and Bryson Miller. A little bit of curb hop from the 11. Oh, Caden Rife! Oh, cutting it close. Holds on to it. A little bit of swapping and jostling. A lot of cars going from 3rd line to the bottom as there's that opening for Alexander Gonzalez Green, Garson Muyoung. That was okay. Landon Lyle, he's making some moves here in that 81. He doesn't sit one place for too long. Granted, he's only 1 car behind him. That's Daniel Rodriguez. Then you got a little bit of a 3rd line. They're starting to form up a little bit more. Jackson Brown leading that. Darren Ingram a bit further back, but right now the bottom is just not really working to fruition. Oh, Blaine Davis a little bit below the apron in the back straightaway. Carson's not having anything of it. They're wanting to go high, hoping that 18 will go with them. Doesn't. Big push from the 12 Victor Delgado the 3rd. He's going to go high. Briefly anyway. Guess not. Thought these guys were going to stay side by side for most of this, and I was doing like a little through the field. And then these guys started getting a lot more racy. And split up the field quite a bit. And you never know where a run's going to be, and I think it's a lot of these guys wanting that track position, making bold moves for it, and some of it costing them, some of it not. And I think Alexander Gonzalez Green has been, oh my gosh, almost a bad push from the 19 to the 27, but they hold on to it. I think the 18 has been at the back and the front multiple times. Got a spinner in the back. Gino Benoni, he's around. Blaine Davis had a severe issue, and that is going to be our first caution of the night. Go ahead and give it a replay here. So here is Blaine Davis. He's running by himself. And then Riley Treywick goes high. Warps. That takes out Benoni. Takes some airtime. Get a little TV1 action of that. Yeah, just gets clipped. Nowhere for Andrew Cruz to go. Gets in the back of the 24. Takes some airtime. Stays in the grass, doesn't hit anything. His race is still good to go unless he got any critical damage from Lane Davis. Let's go roof cam from the 24. Yeah, nothing he could have did there. It was bad warp from the 41. Pit road's open and everybody's coming in. So unfortunately we didn't go green all the way, so I don't really know the fuel, but I know they at least make it 30 laps based on the fact that they made it 30 laps. I believe Jolene Sims was the leader when we came into pit road. We'll see who was leader coming out. I'd imagine it's 2 cans of fuel, no tires for probably most of these guys, if not everybody. Alexander Gonzalez Green, he's going to come out with the lead. Liam Tingley out second. Third, William Viola, and 06 Jolene Sims is going to lose a few spots there on pit road. Still a long race to go. We're not even halfway yet. Lane Davis, he's entering his stall. He's obviously has some issues going on. Hopefully he gets those resolved. See if we got any black flags in the chat. I don't see anybody who might have gotten anything. If I missed anything that happened during pit cycle. Like someone might have gotten somebody. Okay, that's just pit box shenanigans. Tight pit road, you gotta, just kind of stay on top of where that stuff goes. I don't see why they can't go green this time, other than the fact that they have to choose. So with that in mind, I'm gonna get my choose cone thing ready. If I can find it. Let's see. They put it over here where I had it put for BPNR. Alright, is it on the back straight? Because I think that's where it was last season. Alright, zooming out my free cam, that way I have the delusion of thinking it goes faster when I zoom out all the way. In fact, I'll just press boat. Alright, yeah, it looks like they're going green this time. I better make this quick. Do I see a choose cone? I do, yeah, I missed it. Yeah, whoops, alright, yeah, I'll have it ready for next time now. Alright, make that quick, and we'll go ahead and go to pit lane 1. It looks like they're going to go green this time by Alexander Gonzalez Green with control. Chooses the top line. Feels like that help from Victor Delgado III has been benefiting him. Which, actually, I didn't realize how many spots Victor was up here. Now he's on 4th. But green flag in the air here at Daytona. Liam Tingley does not go as fast as I think he had hoped. Not exactly ideal for the 25, so he's already going to lose a couple spots. Victor Delgado to 3rd, down up to 2nd. Jelani Howell back up to 3rd. Liam Tingley down to 4th. Joshua Clements up to 5th. And a lot of those guys that qualified well, and they're shuffling through the field big time to see what lines could work, and they have been up and down the field a lot. And here they are back up at the front. Caden Reif, Jolene Sims behind this number 92 of Joshua Clements. William Viola has been up here all race as well. He'll be interesting to watch tonight. In fact, if I remember last season, the last Daytona race we did, Mr. Cale Tuscar Jr. bet at his house on William Viola winning. Needless to say, he is homeless. Oh, a little bit of lag from Liam Tingley. That's going to force that 92 a little higher. still got the run. He's got some help from Cole Mather, potentially TalhaDevYT, Bryson Miller, who are also starting to catch up a little bit. Eli Rodriguez as well. And that bottom line, 4 cars kind of pulled away. William Viola, the only car on the bottom, really in perspective. So those guys on the top are committed at this moment. Never mind, Caden Reif goes bottom. Oh, Liam Tingley with a little bit of a warp. Jelani goes high for a little bit. All is good. Alright, it just comes down to how this second line can execute. It looks like Josh washing up a little bit on entry. I don't know if that's fear of the warper or the warping car of the 25 Liam Tingley, who is going to have to, looks like he is going to drop to the back with that warp in mind. Unfortunate. He was having a really good run, but unfortunately if your internet is causing issues, not really much you can do there except go to the back. Didn't really affect the field much. TalhaDevYT opted to go to the bottom along with Joshua Clemens, so that just leaves Cole Mather and Jolene Sims and up the field a little bit. Now we got them going on the top again. Garson Muyong and Cameron Jamison. I know some Chijidan cars and Benoni Crime Syndicate cars. They've been quite a bit on the aggressive side here tonight. Andrew Cruz, he's dropped a bit out of the draft. I don't know if he slowed up for something or what, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to stay in the draft. Liam Tingley has fallen out of the draft, slowing up to get out of it, or at least out of the front. And it looks like Andrew Cruz is also out of the draft. I don't believe he's going to be able to catch Chris Strudelmeyer here in the 79. A little bit of curb from the 99 of Jackson Brown. Other than that, we are good up here. And it's just a lot of guys trying to make the top work, but it's got to get the numbers. You got to get a little bit more going. And I think these guys are starting to discover that maybe that bottom line, even with the top line, especially when we've seen earlier in the race, top wasn't really working to full fruition, and you had to have a lot going for you. They're trying to make it work. 4 cars, 5 if you count Sims, 6 if you count Treywick. Just nothing's really big time organized on the top line right now. They're still just not quite. D-Dog Rodriguez, he joins this top line. Gets a little bit of a advantage on entry of 3 and 4. Moves him a little bit further ahead. Darren Ingram joins as well. And they've been staying steady side by side with Viola these past lap or so. They're starting to get a little something going. Yeah, they're side by side with Caden Reif now. Slowly inching their way up. Jolene Sims, she goes back up to the top. And that top line just slowly getting a little bit. Yeah, they got help from a little bit more draft coming up to the back of this top line. It's just been steady. Lane Davis to the apron a little bit there off of 4. Oh, Darren Ingram is warping a little bit. Hopefully that doesn't cause an incident. Yeah, so far, unfortunately, or that might have been Steven Gibson. I don't know. One of them was warping. I don't know. It don't matter as long as there's no wreck. Josh is now up side by side with the 19 of Jelani Howell. It's been a slow effort from this top line to try to overtake. Makes me wonder if AGG or Victor Delgado III is going to try to go with him. There's a car in the back. Actually, let's see again. There's a car in the back. Oh, a car in the wall! That is Jolene Sims. Single car. I think a controller disconnect? No word yet from the 06 on what happened. Cameron Jameson was falling back up there. I was about to note, but Jolene Sims, I don't know if they got a controller disconnect or what, but they are now out of the draft. Oh, screen froze. That's going to put a big dent in their race. I don't know if they got anyone behind them. They do have Andrew Cruz, Liam Tingley. The bold decision, or not the bold, I think the right decision would be to slow up, not too much, join these guys' draft, because I think that's really the best bet right now. A little down to the bottom, that's Cameron Jameson. It looks like something happened while we were gone. That I think with Jolene, what happened to Jolene, that really just killed that top line, and now you got Jackson Brown leading that. Steven Gibson poking his head, try to get some ground going on that. Now we got Cole Mather, Bryson Miller in the back. So yeah, that definitely changed things up. I don't know exactly. Yeah, top 5 stays the same. I got Jackson Brown leading that top line. They're going to have to try again. They got much fewer cars now, losing all that momentum. So far, they have only lost time. And now they're getting something going. Chris Stradelmeyer to the top, Cole Rodriguez to the top. Wonder if they're going to try to go up to the front. I noticed there's been quite a few guys staying in the back. Like I was saying in the beginning run of this race, we've seen those guys not fully staying up with the draft. I'm not sure if that was just to avoid checkups or maybe it's a little bit of a fuel-saving tactic. Still some guys doing that. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but it is something to note nonetheless. Now we got an opening on the bottom if Josh wants to go low. Mather, he curbs it a little bit. That's going to help the 99 and the 92. Get a little bit of run on Steven Gibson. Now they have another car gone. I don't know who went down. Or yeah, it looks like Cole Rodriguez. He gave up on that top line. D-Dog Rodriguez, on the other hand, still staying up there. And now it's just 3 cars up there. Chris Stradelmeyer, looks like he's losing the draft a little bit. I don't know if he had a checkup or had something happen. But yeah, he's back there. Oh, I have to change my camera again. I'll have to get that. I don't know. I'll have to get that fixed. I don't know if it's going to be something I can fix. Yeah, he's still in the draft. He's still got the sniff, but he's definitely not got the advantage. Bryson Miller, he's trying to get some sniff of those top guys. And holy cow, we just had a land rush. Well, it's called 2 cars a land rush. Talha Aziz and Landon Lyle went to the top briefly. They've gone back down to the bottom. Not enough run. Steven Gibson in tow. Landon's going to try that top line again. They got help from Gibson now and potentially Cole Mather. Looks like it. Darren Ingram's going to lead that bottom with that little bit of a gap. Steven, he's going to go back to the bottom. Along with Cole Mather. And that's going to basically put him back to square one. They're going to lose spots. Jackson Brown, he's trying something. Ooh, a little bit of a slide from Jelani Howell there on the bottom. They hold on to it. Yeah, I think it's official. Chris Stradelmeyer, he's fallen back too far, and I think it's just a product of, you know, being too far back. Couldn't get that sniff. I think that's him out of the draft. I believe this is his first start in quite a while. I don't know how long specifically, but I'm aware he's one of the Season 1 originals. They're still trying this top line. It's not really making a lot of ground at the moment. Treywick and the 11's back up there. I think they've been up there the whole time. I don't know if I'm correct on that or not, but okay. Getting a little bit here on the back straightaway. Kind of broke even there. A little bit of a gap on the bottom. Cole Mather slips up on the apron. That's going to slight gap. It's going to quickly be closed in the entry of 1. And a little bit more of a run. They're starting to catch up to the 27 of Viola there on the bottom. I noticed there's been a lot of cars that have this second line. I don't know why it is, but every time you get a second line formed, the second they get up to Viola, it starts to fall apart again. We'll see if happens again. Carson Muyoung, I think, had a little bit of a slip up. Bryson Miller joins. Berwick on the edge, looks like. And they still kind of where they were. They gained a little bit, not a lot. Brown's going to be side by side with Garson Muyoung. Part of me wonders if that's Garson thinking that 99 is not as strong of a pusher or being in the draft and it's negatively affecting them. So he took into consideration, I need to get around him if I want to go anywhere. That's what I'm thinking the mindset was. I'm not 100% sure if that's the case or not, but that's my theory. The problem is, when you do that, the process of it, it's going to slow you down. Well, looks right now it's going to be long-term gain, short-term loss. As they're gaining some time now. They've gotten around the 27 of William Viola. A little bit of a checkup. Gino Bononi up to the very top. I wonder if they're going to try to pull Garson in. Cameron Jamison, he's also going to show his head up there in the third line. I doubt it's going to get much. It just looks like it's just the M&M duo. I can't blame him for trying something. Yeah, it's just going to slow at the top line. Garson Muyoung once again doing the thing. I'm guessing where they think a car is weak on that line, shuffles them out. That's what happened to TalhaDevYT. He's shuffled out of line. And they again lose a ton of time to shuffle another car out. Well, I haven't been paying too much attention to the lap counter, but we were officially past halfway. Just a little bit of a update for you. So far, only one car a lap down. That's Blaine Davis went a lap down with that warp. And so far, everyone's still in the race. So that is pretty impressive. 50 laps in, no DNFs. Some leagues can't even run half that without having half the field die. Yeah, that top line is, I mean, like I said, once they get up to Viola, I don't know if Viola has the powers of whatever. It just was enough to, wow, big shot up the track from Blaine Davis. That was big time, not something I was expecting. Well, Mather, notice they've still had that gap at the bottom, and once again, they're back up to Viola. Now, granted, I don't know the exact fuel situation. I know they can make it at least 31 laps. So with that in mind, they pitted lap 31, 62. Lap 62 is, as far as I know, 100% they can make it. And they'll probably make it further than that. I'm pretty sure they weren't cutting that clock close on gas originally, but something to take note of nonetheless. Landon Lyle side by side with Caden Rife. We got that little 3-car pack of cars just in front of these guys who are about to get a lap down. That's Jolene Sims, Liam Tingley, and the 7 of Andrew Cruz. They're just trying to ride this thing out, hope for a yellow. All things considered, they've held on pretty alright, considering they haven't gotten a lap down yet, but definitely at a disadvantage. Ooh, a little bit of a jostle from the 12 of Victor Delgado to the 3rd, and I don't know if that was a little bit of a keyboard twitch because I know he races on keyboard, or if that was just a little bit of getting loose with the draft or whatever. I don't know. Chris Stradelmeyer, he's about to get swallowed up into this, really the 2nd car pack with Andrew Cruz, Liam Tingley, and Jolene Sims. Landon Lyle has been shuffled out. Victor Delgado III, he's been put in the middle. D-Dog Rodriguez trying to help his teammate on the top. And what did I say? Once again, they got up to William Viola and they fell back again. Someone shuffles someone out too quick and it kills the line. I think that's what these guys are struggling with. You know, you get all those cars, teammates, mistakes, a lot of factors into getting that line going. And once you get a little close to the leaders, either someone makes a mistake or gets shuffled out, and that just kills the line. Granted, it hasn't absolutely sent it to the Shadow Realm, but it's not as strong as it was once again. And it's just been a struggle for it to work for that reason, I think. I'm pretty sure that's why. But instead of Landon Lyle, we got Victor Delgado the 3rd leading that 2nd line. He was in 2nd. I think somewhere when we were looking at those lapped cars up ahead, he decided to take the top line, and somewhere in that shuffle, Landon Lyle got shuffled out. And once again, they have caught up with William Viola. Landon Lyle's dropped outside the top 10 along with D-Dog Rodriguez. Back to the drawing board for those guys. One thing to note, DDR, the team, they were 2 cars short. They were supposed to, I don't know if they were supposed to have it, but 4-car team, only 2 cars showed up, Landon Lyle, D-Dog. And the 2 that didn't show up was Winston Wolf. Oh, and around goes Victor Delgado the 3rd, right in front of the field. Caution's out. I don't think he's got a lot of damage. Garson took some airtime. Josh has the luck of a, I don't even know who to compare with as luck as bad as Josh does. Just caught him in someone else's mess. Just a terrible turn of events. And undoubtedly caution is out. And these guys get spared. They get to stay on the lead lap. Alexander Gonzalez Green to the lead. And we'll get a quick replay on that. Alright, here is from Garson's TV cam. I think what happened is Viola either got washed up or warped up right into, oh, it was Gibson just washed up into Delgado. Benoni with a pretty decent avoidance Josh gets involved, Victor gets involved. Here's Jackson Brown's POV. Nice avoidance from that 99 car. Ryan Skirt's POV. Back to live. Pit road is open. I don't know the fuel situation again, but I do not think they can make it from here. It's definitely puts them really close, I think. We'll just have to see what happens. Here's pit road cam. Yeah, right now, at the looks of it, yeah, both the first caution was a little bit of work rep from the 41. Second caution, 51 washed up a bit too much, and a lot of gas and goes. And seeing how quick those gas and goes are, I would imagine they are good at the end from here. I wouldn't think they would have been, but I think they will be, seeing how quick these gas and goes are. Josh has to take 2 tires because of the spins, along with Garson Moyoung, Liam Tingley, Chris Stradelmeyer, Andrew Cruz, and Jolene Sims. I'm sorry, Jolene Sims having to take a longer stop because while they were in the back, couldn't catch up as much. I'm not sure if Jolene has an issue or if they were going AFK. They're still in their pit stall, and Ryan Scarrett comes out last, and there goes Jolene Sims out of pit road now. Check the chat, see if we got any black flags. Bryson Miller in the 07, he's got caught speeding on pit road. So he's going to have to go to the end of the longest line. That lizard car. Hey, lizard, 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 lizard. Alright, I'll stop. I like the lizard, that's funny. Alright, I believe they're choosing this time. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I'm just going to put it on the choose cam anyway. If people choose, they choose. If they don't, they don't. I'll just get this more lined up. I didn't quite get it right last time. Alexander Gonzalez-Green once again goes to the top. Jelani Howell to the bottom. First car other than Alexander Gonzalez-Green to the top. TalhaDevYT, who got shuffled out a bit further back. He gained quite a bit of spots on pit road. Makes me wonder what his fuel situation is. Maybe he would have been oh, big close between Jolene Sims and Bryson Miller on that choose. But thankfully, nobody got hurt. Well, we're going to restart with about 40 laps to go. 39 if you want to get technical. But Alexander Gonzalez-Green, he's going to lead him once again here. And green flag back in the air here at Daytona. One thing you can rest assured of, we are past halfway. So that's good. If you're wanting this race to get over with, you're in good shape. Despite the time Talha gained, I still think this is a net gain so far with where he's at. This top line doesn't look too fruitful at the moment. Oh, we got something going on. Was that a caution? Caution's out. Something happened with Garson. I'm not sure what happened. I have my thing muted, so bear with me. I'm a Garson. This is on the restart. Then Oh. Engine. Yeah. Unfortunate end of the night. Carson Muyung just blew up on him. That's his night. Pits were open. I got some few cars in the back who weren't sure they were good on fuel pitting. Most everyone else, I think they're good to the end. Pit road cam. Yeah, Joshua Clements, he's going to go ahead and get some more gas. He's also going to get some more tires. Rayleigh Trawick comes out first of this group. Liam Tingley looks like Victor Delgado the third. More cars in the back. That's Ryan Skerritt, got Landon Lyle. He's pitting as well. And then Jolene Sims, Blaine Davis. And unfortunately for Carson Muyung, who had a pretty strong run today. Didn't come out good in pit stops, and that ended up killing the race. I imagine they're going to do another quickie yellow here. We haven't had very many long yellow flags, as the pace speed is set at I'd say fairly low. I wouldn't say it's the worst. Do I have the... Oh yeah, it's under yellow, right? I forgot to change that. So yeah, this is just some extra saving for these guys. I imagine most, if not all, of the leaders are saving gas at the moment. I don't hear very many engine sounds. I'll see if they choose again here. Yep. AGG once again to the top. He's made it work all race. Gets to that jump. Colrod and D-Rod to the top. And they shuffle out throughout. A little bit of a choose cone hit from the 41. That is going to be a choose cone violation unless they give up that spot. I'm not going to moderate that, but up to them if they want to figure that out or not. It looks like they have taken notice of that. They're going to the back. All right, well, let's try this again. Going green, lap 64 of 100. AGG has the point. Cole Rodriguez gets a really good jump there. He might have a decent gain on Jelani Howell before turn 1, along with Daniel Rodriguez, but Daniel's going to go low. A lot of cars going low. Yeah, everybody almost went to the bottom immediately. And Alexander Gonzalez-Green has once again put himself up front. Or actually, he's been up front all race, but you get the gist. A lot of shuffling going on back. Andrew Cruz finds a gap behind Talha Aziz right in front of Darren Ingram. Cole Rodriguez so far still hasn't found a gap. And Chris Stradelmeyer along with Bryson Miller might be trying to get this top run or top line formed again. Riley Trawick. I think Riley Trawick's been trying to get that top line formed all night. And it's just has not had the numbers they've wanted. And it just takes a little bit of work. Or I say a little bit of work. It takes work to get this top line moving. It's almost every time they get up to William Viola, that work gets squashed. William Viola is still in about the same position they've been almost all race long, about 5th place. In fact, they've actually moved up to 4th now, gotten around Caden Rife. Then another car's gotten around Caden Rife is Cole Mather. Oh, Rick in the back! Big one! Oh my gosh, cars in the fence! Victor Delgado the third, several cars upside down. Landon Lyle, Steven Gibson involved, Trawick. I believe that's Jamison in the M&M car. Big one. Alright, things are getting spicy. Caution is out. Victor Delgado the third almost went into the fan stands once again after last season's kerfuffle. Let's take a look at a replay. Here is TV cam on Cameron Jamison. I'll just almost like 51 checked up. Lyle nowhere to go. Treywick nowhere to go. Gibson just kind of caught in the crossfire. Jameson in the air. A lot of cars just took some airtime there. Well, back to live as we have a new leader. The 27 of William Viola has taken the lead, and Alexander Gonzalez Green no longer up front. They are not choosing this time. I believe, I don't know if he lost spots with fuel in mind or what. I know a lot of these guys, they had pit a little bit earlier, and that put him a lot better in a fuel situation, didn't have to take as much. I imagine that's the case here with a Ford top 3, first Toyota, Andrew Cruz. In fact, the only Toyota in the top 6, or top 5, or well, the only non-Ford in the top 7. Next Toyota is Jackson Brown. His pit road is open once again. Jackson Brown holding up a little bit. Some of those guys faking in. Whatever the jazz is. See if we got any updates. Yeah, Steven, I believe it's an engine failure for him, which is unfortunate. So, well, we went past halfway, and whatever has happened, and a lot of those guys have damaged. You know, Garson Young is still in this race. They are very much out of contention. I don't know. They might be get a couple laps back. I'm pretty sure they got some good damage, engine damage, more so likely. Cars I'm shocked to see still here. The 12, Victor Delgado the 3rd, Cameron Jameson, Lyle has just made his second pit stop, trying to get any bit of something out of that car. I think it's going to be another situation where he's going to be very off the pace. But now we got a new set of cars up front, approaching 30 to go here soon. Got some stuff typed in the chat. Lyle sped, trying to make it to the field. Looks like he will make it plenty fine. Andrew Cruz making his decision pretty quick, and it looks to be he's going to be the only guy on the top. One thing to note, every time that Alexander Gonzalez Green has started on the top, he has gotten the jump. So Andrew Cruz being up there, we'll see what he can do in that number 7. But William Viola has been the car to, well, I'd say the car to beat. He's been the guy to get around for guys in the top line. It's almost been the Achilles heel. Every time the top line gets up to him, it drops all the way back to the box, or they fold, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, Andrew Cruz, William Viola is going to lead us here to the green. With it being 30 to go, I'm pretty sure everybody is good to the finish. And green flag back out here at Daytona. We'll see if we can go green to the end. One thing to note, the most recent wreck, the only flips in the race. I think we had like 3 of them. 3 or 4. Viola's still able to get the jump, but Cruz, with the jump he had, he's already up to second on the bottom. Bryson Miller did not have a good start. He is dropping like a rock. Chris Stradelmeyer was able to find a spot in front of TalhaDevYT on the bottom. And Garson, I don't know how much damage he has, if any. Be interesting to see where he's put. I think the real thing to note here, how far are those guys dropping back? And right now it looks like Lyle and Delgado III have gotten the worst of that. Jamison might have enough to keep up. He didn't flip. Treywick was a bit of an interesting block there for last. Yeah. Miller leads the top line now. So far, I can't say a lot. He's actually putting some decent momentum together. Holding on against Jackson Brown and trying to get something going on Gino Bononi. But they're only down to 4 cars now as the rest of the top line is fizzled into the bottom. Oh, a little bit of a twitch from the 25. He holds on to it. Oh, never mind. They don't hold on to it. The 99's around in front of the field. He lands it. Caution's out. Gets a little hit from the... Okay. Gets a little hit from the 11 who... I don't know what they were doing. But that was something. I seen the 25 get loose. There's checkups. And Jackson Brown does a flip and a half. Let's take a look at it. Here's TV1, Jackson Brown. You see that little bit of loose with Ryan Scarrett, Liam Tingley. Oh, I can't really tell from that camera angle. I seen Josh and Garson just immediately go low, and I don't really 100% know. I'm gonna take a look at Garson's POV. Garson somehow didn't hit nothing. I think what Garson got a push from someone else. Take a look at that. And Darren Ingram might have given a bad push to the 70. And right there in the trial, just a little bit of a bad push. Oh, actually Josh got in the back of the 99 in that. Or might have, actually, I think he got back in the 70 and that caused that. All right. Yeah, that's basically what happened. Josh just overzealous, put himself in a bad spot. Well, I think I missed pit stops again, but we covered the wreck. I don't know if there even was pit stops. I imagine, like I said, most of these guys go to the end on gas. They're making their choices right now. Chris Stradelmeyer going to take the top line along with Bryson Miller. Once again, trying that top line. You can just see how few cars use that top line. Darren Ingram, Liam Tingley as well. Andrew Cruz still there, second on the bottom. But Viola has control when we go green. Let's see if we got any updates on retirees. Funny enough, we still don't have any DNFs. I'm actually surprised at that considering the last 2 wrecks we had. But yeah, Jackson Brown was having a pretty solid day. Unfortunately, he's going to be mired in damage. Green flag back in the air. Viola gets the start. Stradelmeyer holds on. He gets a pretty decent run from Bryson Miller. Bryson didn't fall back near as much this time. Was able to get his gears about where he wanted them, I think, in that 07. Darren Ingram, he's right behind him. Just depends on if they can get this top line going. So far, it looks like not a lot of guys dropping out as immediate as we've seen last run. But Chris actually holding on with Cole Mather right now, side by side. Andrew, it looks like by the way he's running, it looks like he's debating going to the top. The top's still holding on pretty flushly. Yeah, he goes to the top. Andrew Cruz. He's going to join Chris Stradelmeyer. Granted, he's going to check them up a little bit. And we'll see if the Viola top line killer curse continues. Welcome back, Cruz. This top line looks a lot more organized than what we've seen last restart. Question is it going to be enough? Never mind Liam Tingley, he's going to go to the top. It's going to allow Caden Rife and D-Dog Rodriguez to get the run. Wonder if Liam Tingley's thinking about that warp he was having. Worried about it returning. Cruz now side by side with Aziz. Oh, and Straddle miles around. Caution's out. Big flip. Ingram, Miller. Big damage. You can tell these guys are getting a lot more aggressive towards the end of this run. I think it's just some bad pinches, it looks like. My bad for butchering Stradelmeyer's name there. Just in the moment. To be fair, I haven't known him for very long. Looks like... here, let me get the replay rolled up. Put it on TV too, so maybe that'll have a better angle. Yeah, I think Tony Dime is trying to go for the same gap 24s, and Ingram nowhere to go, Sims nowhere to go. Miller got smashed into the wall. He was running up front, had a good start. Unfortunately, that just dampened the 07 pretty big there. Yeah, just an unfortunate turn of events there. I don't think anyone had too bad of a flip, but... oh well. Yeah, engine damage for the 07. Everyone come out of pit road now. Some of those guys, mostly cars with damage. Like I said, I think it's just really going to be a run to the finish here with this track position with fuel and everything in mind. You just got to time the runs, really. Make sure you put yourself in a good position, pick the right line, make sure it doesn't pick you. Viola in the lead. Man, that top line was actually getting a run going there. I was thinking maybe for a second we would get something going, but unfortunately it just didn't work out. Bryson Miller still in the race. So, yeah, once again, everybody that started this race has still running laps. And Garson, I think it's the free pass. I don't know how competitive they're going to be. We've seen him giving some pushes up front a little bit after their situation happened, put him in a good fuel spot, and then all the other guys weren't good to the end, so they had to pit. I put the 70 of Garson up there, but I really don't know where it's going to put him in terms of like with their damage and whatnot. So it's going to be a big question. Cruz once again elects the outside line. Andrew Cruz, rather. William Viola takes the bottom. Well, we're going to have roughly 24 laps to go on this restart. Green flag back in the air here at Daytona. And a lot of cars just shuffled down to the bottom or didn't go on the top. One of those, I think, Treywick got some decent damage, or maybe they missed the gear or whatever. They're put in a spicy spot. TalhaDevYT moves down to third very quickly. Cruz did not move down into the bottom line. He was not able to, I don't think. He's got the run from Joshua Clements now. First time we've seen Clements since the incident with the 99. We got a steady group of cars on the bottom. Seen Gino Bononi up here, who was our first airborne car of the race. Didn't get any damage. Most of these wrecks have not led to cars getting a bunch of damage. But with that in mind, there's enough damaged cars for them to draft in their own separate area. It makes me wonder if any of them even have engine damage. Okay, yeah, I can see the gap forming. There's definitely a clear cut between who has engine damage and who doesn't. The level of damage, though, is going to be the question. TalhaDevYT, he's going to try to move the top with Daniel Rodriguez. And we got Gino Bononi there in the third line on the bottom. Oh, wow. Top line is big time. Like, there is no one on the bottom. Was not expecting that. TalhaDevYT leads at the line. The first car I've seen be able to get around Viola all race on the top line since he started taking that area. D-Dog is going to follow Talha to the bottom. Andrew Cruz gets stuck up top. Makes me wonder if that's the right move. Now, keep in mind, this entire race, the bottom line has been the preferred one. I can understand Talha's decision there. It's just, I don't know if these guys are going to have an offense for that, because I know with Talha dropping down, that's definitely going to be like, hey, you ruined our run up top. I don't think I'm going to play with you next time. So we'll have to see where this goes. And once again, the top line, it's everybody against Viola now. I think they realize the trend. Cole Mather up top now. Makes me wonder, I wonder if that makes Talha or D-Dog wonder, should we go up there? And, you know, with Viola not really in a position to really make a decision, yeah, just like I said, they went high. Cruz goes low with Viola. Mather goes middle. He gets put in the sucker hole. Josh gets side by side with Viola. Oh, they touch. Talha, he stays middle. I think that's going to be the wrong decision. I think the bottom line is going to prevail once again. Viola back to the lead. Big contact there. Oh, they're 3, almost 4 wide. The lines are fairly equal. We got some cars in the back doing some stuff. And we are officially 3 wide for the lead. Andrew Cruz putting the run to the 27. Joshua Clements in the middle. He's not playing nice. I can't blame him. You got to play mean sometimes to win these kinds of races. Put yourself in those positions where you can make those moves. Oh, big push for the 14. Oh, he goes high. 27's not clear. He gets put in what could potentially be the sucker hole. We'll find out. Checks up the top. That's going to put Andrew Cruz to the lead on the bottom. Cole Mather in third. Third line has basically dissipated to 3 cars. Ryan Scarrett, I think this is the highest he's been all day, but unfortunately the line he's in is currently not the fastest. Darren Ingram with a little bit of a curb mash, I guess, whatever you call it. Andrew Cruz, after a hiatus, is back to IFAR, and he's in the lead. Alexander Gonzalez-Green, and he's somewhere in the middle doing some shuffling. Jelani Howell goes to the top with help with Talha Aziz. Cole Mather with help from William Viola. The top line might be back. Joshua Clements there as well. But I think with Blaine Davis, Darren Ingram, and Gino Bononi, that bottom line is going to once again prevail. Oh, a little bit of work for the 25. They hold on to it. The 91, he's shuffling, and just like that, that top line is just as organized as it was before. Talha Aziz, Ryan Scarrett, only cars on the top now. They're going to get shuffled out unless that line starts getting something going. 92 of Joshua Clements. He's peaking a little high here and there. Makes me wonder if he's going to try to bring in some of his buddies up there. Liam Tingley lagging on the bottom. They hold on. Andrew Cruz, he's trying to put a little bit of side draft, I guess, on the 47, but it's not going to be enough. 27 and 47. I wonder if, I think they're teammates. I could be wrong. I know they're buddies. I don't know if they're teammates in this league officially, but regardless, I think those two are going to be helping each other. 47 and 27. Oh, that's a pace car. Cole Mather to the point. That aggression level has ramped up. Like I said, once we got past the quarter way, these guys are good on gas. The only thing left to do is execute. The top line has the most cars now. Liam Tingley, he's warping on the bottom. Gino Bononi, he's trying to get around Andrew Cruz. And I think Mather's playing the lane game now. Viola, I don't know how long he's going to work with him, but you're only teammates till it's go time. Bononi trying to shuffle the 7 out. Josh goes low. He's trying to shuffle these guys out. Mather's not playing that game. He goes low, blocks the 92. Goes back high to get the run from the 27. Make sure you get that line, gets the top shuffled up a little bit. Big pushes from the 20, 19, 18. So many cars up there getting big shoves. Oh, sorry, my voice went a little bit there.
In the completely off chance that they're still green for the rest of the way, Garson needs to lap back.
Alright, a little bit of note from Cameron Jamison there for Garson. They did get the free pass. They were not given the lap for it. And that little game that Cole Mather played so far working, Josh shuffled out. Here comes Cole Rodriguez, Jelani Howell. It's a game of lanes now at this point. Who do you want to work with, and how long can you work with them? Alexander Gonzalez-Green. We thought he was out of this. Here he is back up here in 4th. And the top line has died. Oh, he's got help from Clements now. The front row, or well, yeah, the front row are right all next to each other. Jelani Howell on the bottom. Andrew Cruz is still in this. The top line is once again trying to get formed. Jelani Howell trying to lead it. Victor Delgado to the 3rd. He's about to go lap down with engine damage. Mather's really playing the lane game right now. Going where the car behind him works with him. I'm pretty sure Viola and him are in cahoots. It's just, the thing is now, they got a big rush of Toyotas right behind him. Delgado are going to hold high. Oh my gosh, I don't know how they didn't wreck there. That disorganized the field a little bit. Bottom line is now, I don't even know at this point. It's just going to come down to who can execute the best. We're not even at 10 to go yet. There's still a lot of racing to go. Blaine Davis trying to get around Andrew Cruz. Andrew Cruz has been on cruise control with the blocks here tonight. Make sure he doesn't lose that front spot on the bottom. He feels like that's going to prevail. And honestly, I can't blame him. if history's any teacher, we got a spinner in the back. That's Landon Lyle. He's going to lap down. He's a single car. No issues there. Landon Lyle's going to join the booth. Be right back. Oh. My note to Lyle, if you're watching this, if you want to join the booth, or actually, you know, I'll just put you in. Be right back.
Buddy was moved to your channel.
Hey, Lyle.
Oh, hey, thank you. I was just asking.
Yeah, the only thing I've been checking is the YouTube chat. For future notice, that's probably the only thing I'll check.
Noted.
Yeah, I've just been solo up here the whole time.
Yeah, I was just kind of chilling, you know. I was like having a fun time, and then I just get jump scared by Steven, and you know that isn't fun.
Yeah, seen that wreck. That was definitely probably the big one for tonight. I don't think.
Yeah, I diid big time. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, they've been shuffling. It's just been a battle of the lane game. This whole race.
Yeah, it's exciting. If you can make it work, you can make any lane work. You just need help.
Yeah, I noticed the trend going that first run is the top line would catch up to Viola, and then right as they caught up to Viola, either someone would get shuffled out or someone would make a mistake and lose the pack or something, and then
Yeah.
it finally ended when Talha got that run from D-Dog.
Jelani makes a move to the top, and the 7er crew's gonna be pushing behind. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't really know who's gonna win. This is just all sorts of fun right now.
Big block from the 47, or not the biggest of blocks I've seen, but
yeah, big enough.
Yeah. Holy moly.
If you want my take, I really want to see a gargantuan one coming into the line or
The
something.
gargantuan one? Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Josh. Wow, that was really squirrely. Always getting put to the middle. Always getting blocked.
Yeah,
Wait, huh?
Cruz has been really on point with these blocks tonight.
Oh my gosh. Imagine if he won, man.
Yeah, that would be pretty big, I think.
I think it's interesting. Unrelated, but the 11 way back there just before I was entering 1 and almost died. And yeah, I don't know. It's 9 to go now.
Oh yeah, under 10 to go. It's go time.
The 7 gets shuffled out of line. That's gonna be huge.
I'm being honest. I was not expecting that. Holy.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, this is anyone's game.
Yeah, back to the drawing board.
Oh, we see a Jelani bumper grab. I mean, it's entirely possible.
It is very possible. Hey, P2, a lot can happen. When there's only one car in front of you, that's times. I'm not saying that's what that should be done, but I mean sometimes when push comes to shove, Jelani is one of the best in the business.
I mean, he's very reliable. Bit shaky, 45, at 91.27.
Yeah.
Still holding it good though. I mean, oh, Josh is gonna give a humongous push, humunculus even.
Homunculus. The
Yeah,
push
no,
was
that's
so
the word.
big we made a new word.
Oh man. There's not anyone in particular I want to see win. I think it'd be really cool if Viola won this, for sure.
Yeah, there's
For a few reasons, but
there's an open door for some first-time winners.
heck yeah. 7 to go.
Mather hasn't won. Jelani, their best finish is second. I think it was last season. I could be wrong. Might have been the season before. But I know they don't have a win. They've been racing here, I believe, since season. I want to say.
Well, there he goes. Oh no! Oh my gosh! We got a flyer. It's Ag, or AGG. When I say Ag.
All right,
It's
Robbie
Ag.
Gilvin. Oh my big! You know what? We've seen the big one.
Wow. Yeah, that was the big one.
Commentator's curse has struck again. Jelani Howell has been airlifted to the sky.
Love to see it. let's look from the spectator cam. That was epic.
Yeah, actually, I'll get a replay on the spectator cam. Give me a second.
Holy dude.
I'll get it from.
Hey, Alex, at least you get stuck in the dead catch fence.
Yeah. Hey, Victor almost got stuck in the catch fence again. Here's a replay from the spectator cam. Josh with a big run. And just bumper grab. Too much.
That's a classic.
And then everybody just big time. AGG tumbling again. And he was having a really good race tonight. He's been up to the front and to the back several times. And it looks like he's going to be back in the pack once again. Jelani Howell, as I was about to say, their best finish was second. The commentator's curse has struck again.
Dude, you need to check Viola's camera on that. That is insane how he didn't die.
Roof cam?
Yeah, cockpit, roof, whichever.
Alright, I'll go roof.
Man, lucky some people didn't fully die after that wreck because it was fixing to happen. Man. This is exciting. We've got some interesting front runners now, other than what we already been seeing. I ain't gonna do any picks. This is crazy. Much happier to be in the booth though than pacing and nothing.
Yeah, I imagine after your flip, that was probably your race in terms of where you were pace-wise.
I mean, if I got just a nice restart enough to have draft, I could stay in there, but I couldn't do anything. I'd just be sitting there, kind of just waiting.
Yeah, one thing to note, you were the only car to retire from this race.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have to, but you know, no one. I just wanted to.
That's an interesting stat. Now,
yeah, I mean,
if no one else retires, you'd be the only retirement, and if you would have stayed on track, we would have had a full field. I'm not saying you should have, but like, I'm just saying that would have been an interesting stat. We only had one car, a few cars pit in the back. There's mostly guys that got involved in the wreck. But like you said, we got a new ball game here. Top four entirely Fords. And we're going to be restarting point of return. I mean,
this is
opens the
gonna
door.
be good. I really hope that they make moves quick, though. I mean, you know how it is. It's really hit or miss. I'm positive they'll actually, you know, make moves up to the top pretty quickly.
Yeah,
I'm looking at Josh for that, honestly. Maybe Talha. I mean, this is the best I've seen Talha get to in terms of positioning for an IFAR race in a while. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, with how this race has been, I really can't pin the tail on any of these donkeys, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Ryan Scarrett though.
Bold pick.
Seeing
how this race has been, and seeing how Scarrett usually sneaks his way into things, I wouldn't be shocked.
I'm gonna call that a suicidal pick. I think that's what we're going for. That.
All right.
Yeah, he's all in the way in the back. He needs absolute death and agony to win this race.
I mean, who's to say it couldn't happen? All right.
I don't know.
Point of return at the green. Anything from here is too bad, too sad.
Oh man.
Gonna be this is an interesting choose here. We got Caden Reif on the top, Cole Mather on the bottom.
Yeah, two names you usually don't see in the front row, but here we are. Coming to 4 to go in the restart zone. And we're green. Good restart from the 47.
Question, yeah, the 97 wasn't able to get that jump that Alexander Gonzalez-Green was able to get. He's going to quickly go to the bottom with Josh, and Talha is going to get left out to dry.
Yeah, that's not what Talha needs right now. You already typed in chat. Not happy with it. Oh, and the 25 is warping a bit back there. That's also not ideal.
Yeah, he's been struggling with that a lot tonight. He was up front at one point, had to release that spot, lose the draft, so he didn't wreck nobody.
Yeah. Oh, here comes Jolene Sims around the outside. I'm sure that'll get some more help in a minute here. Talha's going to the top, carrying some people behind. Coming to 3 laps to go. Yep, the top's going to get a run here. It'll take a minute, but it'll get a run.
Yeah, I think it's going to take every bit of those
Oh my.
3 laps to go.
I almost saw the 47 get turned. Oh man. And, you know, Viola and Mather are good buddies. So, I mean, I don't know how that's going to work out, but
yeah, I
sure
imagine I don't think they'll wreck
fight
each
for
other,
it.
but I don't think Viola is just going to hand it to him either.
yeah.
Rife to
We're
the
gonna
top
see that
with
right
Clements.
Oh my gosh.
Sims at the bottom. Coming to 2 to go.
Oh, the 41 makes a 3-1 to the bottom! Under Viola, what a power move. Oh my goodness.
I was not expecting that. That shuffles
Beautiful.
Viola. The middle.
That was
Oh, he's
beautiful.
loose!
But Blade...
Oh, Andrew Cruz is right there!
3.
2 to go.
What a save. Almost had shades of, I think, last season. Oh my gosh. Not the opener, but the other day.
Oh, Garson! They hold on to it. Rife.
Viola.
Rife just got shuffled out.
Oh my God, the 7
Cruz.
of
Cruz at the bottom.
No way.
Mather, he's holding on. He's trying to block lanes, figure out which way to go.
Comes
Aziz is
Blaine
back up here.
Davis.
Clements is back up here. Coming to the white.
Oh my gosh, he's going under the yellow. What is he doing? What is Andrew Cruz doing? He's going 3 wide to the
He
bottom
made it work.
of the racetrack, and I don't even know if it's legal, but we're coming to the white flag, and he's just taking the lead. I don't even have his car file.
I do.
Right behind, though, is Talha Aziz, who, if he does get DQ'd, it's Talha's win, and they're crashing behind. Huge wreck.
Oh my gosh! Stradelmeyer in the fence. Miller's around.
It's white flag. The 7 of Cruz, Aziz, and then Clements, who's going to make a move around the outside. I think Aziz is going to want to try to make a move. To the top. To the... Oh, a block!
Block from
To
Cruz.
the bottom. Oh my gosh. How about not...
Oh, they're wrecking again. Aziz around.
Upper grabbed.
It's just Cruz. Here comes Gibson.
Here.
Do they have enough of a run?
Will there be enough of a run? I do not think so. But
Hold
it's
on.
not over till they cross the line. Off turn number 4. Andrew Cruz is gonna take the win at Daytona in his debut back in IFAR. No way.
3 wide per second. Gibson gets it. Andrew Cruz steals one here at Daytona. Or I wouldn't even say steals. If he gets DQ'd, Gibson's your winner. We'll figure it out. Unofficial results. Andrew Cruz is your winner.
I got way too excited about that, dude.
Yeah, I could not see the bottom line because the camera, it cuts to the garage area. So when he made that move, I did not see it.
Dude, so much death just occurred. Loki, I might have had a shot at a solid finish from that alone.
Yeah,
But,
definitely.
like, oh my gosh. What? Wow. I got nothing to say. I mean, again, I don't even have his car file. That might be the best part about this. I don't know what the rules are with the yellow line. I'm positive he went under, but I just have to check. I don't think anyone's going to care personally, but...
Rules are rules, man. I don't know. It depends.
We'll see, but... unofficially, Andrew Cruz is the winner. Was he the first ever IFAR winner? That's what I've been told.
I don't know the full lore on that, but from what I understand, he was somewhere involved. I think he was driving Chris Stradelmeyer's Tesla or something like that.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay, that's also what I've heard. So yeah, 5 years ago, this is perfect. 5 years ago, he won this race. I guess it's Daytona. I mean, I'm gonna guess, but
I don't know where he's at wins wise, but he put. Yeah, he was not. He did everything right there, unless he cut the yellow line. Then, well, that's disappointing. But dang, impressive.
And well, he signed up today, and he's in Japan. I'm pretty sure. So that's also really interesting. His ping is just really good for being in Japan.
I mean, we got Harry Crawford doing some races sometimes, and you never know.
That's true. But man, You have to interview him.
Oh
There's
yeah,
just
definitely. If he's in the waiting room, we'll get him.
There's no two ways about it, man. That was unbelievable. I know some people aren't probably happy, but like, wow.
I mean, what are you gonna say, man?
All
right.
Spectacular. And I'm sorry if I like stole your car or something at the end there, but dang, I was so excited.
Ah, you're good. You're good, man.
That was unbelievable.
My voice was exhausted after commentating for 80 laps of just
that's
that. I haven't been so hoarse in a long time.
I mean, it was worth it. I didn't think we were gonna get such a finish, but we just did.
Yeah.
I gotta see that winning move though. Like, I mean, he hit the apron, but like that's the apron. That's not like the other line release.
Yeah.
Dang. He actually made that work.
Yeah, that is nuts. I don't have anyone in the waiting room right now. I do want to go back before we do give interviews. I do want to go back and take a look at those last couple of wrecks when we come to the white. I believe Gino Bononi, or no, it wasn't Gino. It was okay. Both of them finished pretty good. It was Bryson. Yeah, Bryson at the line. I'm not gonna do none of that. I don't, so much happened, bro. Jelani, Ingram, Treywick, Stradelmeyer just walled it, bro. I don't know. That is crazy stuff. Yeah. Jackson Brown was in the grass, was gonna avoid the wreck, and then got caught up in it. That is unfortunate. I think he got shuffled out into the grass. You see AGG Victor picking up some spots there at the end, and then 14 Atala Aziz. Just so much shuffling going on. Mather, Aziz, Sims, Clements, all of them took air, all four of them, and robbed of what could have been a good finish. Tala Aziz is probably the closest he's been to an IFAR win. Julian Sims hits the wall pretty hard there. And then to the line, Daniel Rodriguez, Steven Gibson, and William Viola crashed big time. Yeah, that was unreal. Let me read the chat real quick. Let's see. Sama Ben Aziz, push the guy in the second. You have a chance to win. Pulls that pass. Yeah, so John Sand, don't really know the lore behind that. But yeah, freaking Andrew Cruz.
Oh my God. I had like a funny thought. Like, if one of those, like Chris or Andrew, won, like it'd just be crazy and it'd be well liked. But I mean, it actually happened. Like,
yeah,
that's unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring in Andrew Cruz.
Oh, my bad.
User was moved to your channel.
Mr. Andrew Cruz. From what I understand, this is your first start in a while.
Yeah, it's about 2 years since my last start.
Yeah, that is nuts.
That's crazy.
So you powered through 3 wide, I think, with 2 to go, and you held your line. You held to it. You sucked through it. Take us through it, man.
Yeah, honestly, I was just thinking back to the times where, like, I was winning a lot of plate races about, like, 4 years ago, and I was just thinking back to, like, what are the strategies that I did to always get myself in the front at the end of these races, and really what it came down to was strategy and finding that gap as soon as I see it. I was really concerned about, like, I think it was like 10 to go. I got freight trained because the 92 went on the inside of me, and it's like I had kind of forgotten the idea of, like, people will stick their nose if there is indeed a hole in there, and I had left that hole, and I went all the way back to 18th, and I was like, oh, damn, I think this race is it's done for me. But I kept in it, did some good wreck avoidance, and then I think having the right lane choice, I think, was really important. So I ended up making sure that I knew towards the end of the race that topside was really becoming dominant, so I decided to go there. And then I had a lot of help, particularly from Liam, to support that outside lane and then really get it going. And then as soon as I saw that gap on the bottom, I was like, I see it there. It's like, this is a kind of strategy that always won me races before, so I just got to be aggressive. And it's like, if I got to stick my nose in places where I know it's barely going to be there, I'm going to try. And that's exactly what I did. And I just got to shout out to everybody for like the quality of racing, because like, you know, I've been in and out of this series the last like several years, and I got to say everyone did a really great job with the quality of racing and being very respectful of each other. So I really appreciate that out of everybody.
Yeah. I got no words, man. That was so cool to watch from the booth. You deserve it. After I don't even know how long it's been. You said 2 years, right? Yeah, that's
My
awesome,
last
man.
one was like 4 years ago too.
Wow. That's one
Yeah,
for the
that-
record books.
Yeah, celebrate this one a little bit. That was awesome.
For sure.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Well, it was nice to meet you. Unless you got any other statements, we'll go ahead and let you go.
I'm good, man. Thank you all for you know, doing all this. I love IFAR. 5 years strong. Let's keep it going.
All right. Well, congrats on the
Yeah,
win.
yeah.
See you next time.
Yes, sir.
User was moved out of your channel.
All right. So I usually do this by order of finisher. I believe Viola got. I believe Viola was the next one. Yeah. So we'll bring in Viola, and then we'll do. Shoot, I don't know who to do after him, but we'll do Viola next.
User was moved to your channel.
Mr. William Viola, how are we feeling, man?
Good. I mean, fourth is really good. Wish could have been up there with Cole at the end, but all race I was just trying to push Cole and block any run behind. It was really difficult with 3 Star Sport cars behind on the top for the last caution, but fourth is still really good. Made the wrong choices in the last 2 laps, but the last lap wreck really helped.
Yeah. One thing I do want to note, I noticed a trend in the first run that whenever the top line would get a run and try to like get up to the leaders, they would always get up to your car and then eventually would fall back. What was your? I don't know if you noticed that, but what was your thoughts on that? Do you feel like you had a bit of a magnetic push against the rest of the field from that top line?
Yes, that was on purpose. That would be fuel saving pretty big, because that's what a lot of this race was for a while, fuel saving. I would be fuel saving until they would get up there, and then I would push my line, and then that would get us in front of the cars on the top and just slow down the line. It's really hard to run the top here. Most super speedway tracks and setups with other leagues, you can just hug, if you're on the top, the leader on the top, you can just hug the bottom lane and you'll get a little bit of draft off them. And you can run all the way up, even by yourself. You can run up to third, but with how this setup and track works, you need people behind you to get that top to work. You can't just get draft off the bottom line.
Yeah, I was noticing that top line, you could tell it just wasn't as strong. But if it had the numbers, and eventually it's seen on one of those restarts, a little bit after one of those restarts, Talha was eventually able to get enough of a run to get to the front, and he had all that help behind him. Towards the end of that run, or that last run, with Andrew Cruz, were you expecting him to make the moves that he did, or what was your thoughts on that?
I mean, again, then these races are crazy. I expected everyone. There was some crazy moves. I got doored a couple times. There was some crazy moves happening those last 20 laps. I just expected it. That's how super speedway racing goes in NR.
Yeah, that's fair.
I did crazy moves myself too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man, if it works, it works. Lyle, you got any questions?
Not really. I mean, I enjoyed sitting behind you for I don't know how many laps it was, but yeah, I mean, you had a really good race at the end there. I do have actually an interesting question. Is this potentially your last IFAR 250 for a while?
We'll see. I mean, this can be my last IFAR race for a while.
Yeah, fair enough.
When I'm more competent, when I switch a controller, then I hopefully will be coming back. but I want to be competent on controller before I do that.
Right. All right. Well, yeah, I mean, good stuff, man. Also, congrats on your OSCC win tonight. Very well deserved. It'd have been cool to see go 2-for-2, but is what it is. And yeah, good luck on whatever you're doing next.
Yeah, good luck on that championship race next week.
Are you doing it? I'm joking. All right. Yeah, thank you. All right. Oh wow, we have a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
There's like 5 people.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All
I may
right,
have to
well,
end up going down there because I don't know if I can drag in Caden because he's the next one I gotta do.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some food real quick. I have something ready. Hold on. I'm gonna see you for a while.
Alright, you're good. You just join back in whenever you're ready. But yeah, congrats on the. I think you got 3rd?
4th.
Alright, 4th. Yeah, congrats on the top 5, and we'll see you next time.
User disconnected from your channel.
Alright, let's see if I can drag in Caden Rife. Otherwise, I'll have to go down into the waiting room. I doubt I can, but we'll see.
Insufficient permissions.
Yeah, no permissions. Alright, yeah. If Lyle comes back, we'll just be doing it done from the waiting room.
Channel switched.
Alright, yeah, so the I don't have permission to drag Caden, but Caden, you were the next up on the interviews. Let's see, where did you finish? You got a top 10, right?
That'd be correct, yeah, P9.
Alright, yeah. You had some pretty good runs there at the end. What was your thoughts overall on the race?
Honestly, just trying to work with people and keep the nose clean is the #1 priority for me at these tracks, is just avoid incidents, really. And honestly, worked out pretty well. Had a great run. At the end there, I had the 92 behind me, Josh, and we were trying to work together and get out to the lead, and we made that move, but got taken 3 wide, just unlucky with the gap there on the bottom. But really proud of what we did today. Had a great car. Got around a ton of wrecks, I got to say.
Yeah.
Doing some more avoidances today. But yeah, it felt good. It was good to get back in the race car, and yeah, definitely enjoyed it. Trying to work together.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't have any other questions specifically for you. Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about?
Not particularly, other than Alexander Gonzalez green smells.
Yeah. Obviously, I imagine you probably wanted a better finish. Do you plan on racing next week?
That is the intention, yes.
All right. Well, good luck next week, and congrats on the top 10.
Appreciate you.
All right. Let's see.
User disconnected from your channel.
All right. Let's see what I usually go in order of finish, so bear with me. Oh yeah, D-Dog. Heck, I should have did you first. My bad. D-Dog, you there?
Yo.
All right. P3. How we feeling, man?
Absolutely, just I don't know, just very. There's nothing to explain right now. I can't find words right now. It was very hectic. I'll say very hectic.
Yeah,
I think
know.
Throughout that last portion of the race.
Yeah, I know. Last season, Dole, he bet his entire life savings on you winning. Fortunately, it didn't happen. It came a lot closer this time. I think next week. Let's see, where are we going next week? Kansas. All right. Do you plan on racing that?
Absolutely.
All right. Do you feel like you have a bit of an advantage for that race, or you feel like you have to change some stuff up? Just curious.
I don't really have the need to really change. I just gotta, I guess, really just find my groove, try to find some runs, tire saving, of course, but also just trying to keep pace with the leaders. That's probably the most important part, just trying to keep pace while trying to save tires, trying to save my stuff. That's probably the most important thing.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Let's see. I can't really think of anything in the race that really was a huge highlight for you. Did you feel like there was any of the wrecks that were kind of hard to avoid?
Thank the Lord that we actually had some competent brakes. Like, we were actually able to brake well when the wrecks happened. There was a couple moments where I was very close to getting caught in them, and I was just able to, being me, the absolute G that I am, I could just actually just avoid the wrecks,
Yeah, no, that's based. Yeah. I don't have any other questions for you specifically. You got any other statements before I let you
go? I got some. I'm actually. Well, I'll just say this right now. I got some cool stuff happening. Some cool livery, some cool schemes that are going to be coming out in the next couple days. Maybe I might change my mind, but y'all stay tuned in the showroom.
All right, spicy. Sounds good. Congrats on the P3, and see you next week.
All right, thank you.
Let's see, who would be next? Cole Mather.
User disconnected
All right,
from
Cole.
your channel.
How we feeling, man? I know you were leading there at the end, got shuffled
Buddy
out,
disconnected from
then
your channel.
eventually involved in that last lap incident. Still able to hold on to P11, but I know you definitely wanted more out of that. What was your thoughts on that race?
User disconnected from your channel.
Got me, Cole?
I have my mic muted. Can you get me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Just unfortunate at the ending. I mean, early in the race was mostly just kind of surviving and shuffling around, So we're about halfway through, got linked up with some teammates and allies, and we got to working really well. Got to pushing. Once Will got the lead, we were pushing and kind of leading the race a long ways. And I can't remember exactly what happened for us to get switched around, but he was doing a great job calling, high, low whenever runs were coming, and we were just kind of shutting them down. And then, we had that last caution and really shook things up. But, then Talha happened. But that's what happens. It's racing.
Yeah, I know you and Viola were working pretty well there together. If y'all did end up staying 1-2 like y'all were, was it going to be one of those things where like y'all were just going to have to fight it out, or like did y'all have a set plan for that?
I was fully expecting that we were going to fight it out, because usually we work together and we usually go, okay, white flag, gloves are off. But he said around 6 ago, he goes, you know what? I'm fully prepared to just push you to this win.
Wow.
So I was would have been good, but there were some aggressive moves, and it worked out for some people. Didn't work out for me, obviously, but that happens.
Yeah,
I think saving 11th was good enough for how it went.
Yeah, I think what really shuffled you up, we've seen those runs from Josh, and I think somewhere in that Blaine Davis was able to shoot it 3 wide. And somewhere after that, Andrew Cruz eventually shot it 3 wide and was able to go for the win. Did you feel like you could have put up a different defense for that, or do you feel like you did really the best you could?
I mean, I don't have any regrets, but looking at it, I think I probably should have just stayed low. I got caught in no man's land, and that really is what really screwed me there. And I don't know what ended up happening with Blaine. We just kind of got together, I guess, and he got shuffled back out. I know it caused a big one and coming to the line, but after then, that kind of killed any momentum the outside had for a while. So we weren't getting. I think if we all stayed together, unless people in front of me were going, I don't think we were going to catch the leaders on the outside. I think that's just how it was.
Fair assessment. Well, do you plan on racing Kansas next week?
As always with me, I plan on it, but we'll see what happens.
That's fair. Well, sucks to see you didn't finish as well as you could have. You led some laps. You did basically everything right. It's just some cars just didn't fall the way it was supposed to. Congrats on the top 15, and we'll see you next time.
Appreciate it. See you later, Zach.
User disconnected from your channel.
All right, so that is basically. I'm still in the waiting room, but yeah, that was basically everybody. Landon Lyle, his fat self, the fat shy guy he is currently eating the remaining Baconators left in his local Wendy's. They're probably going to run out once he's done, but yeah, that was a pretty long race. I'm glad Lyle came up here to help me with the last bit of announcing. I think he was the only car to DNF this race. Everyone else was actually able to finish. I could be wrong on that. There might have been some cars that wrecked out there in the last caution, or not last caution, but last lap wreck and stuff like that. A lot of opportunities were shuffled around. There's a lot of changes mid-race. There's just a lot going on. Kansas next week. I should be there. I can't really. My last week's a little bit more hectic, so I'm kind of having to be like, all right, I'll be there if I can, kind of deal with a lot of stuff. But we'll go as we go on that. Yeah, Andrew Cruz, first race in, I think he said 2 years. First win in 4 years. I think he's doing this all from Japan. That is some impressive work. I know a lot of guys were rooting for him. He's definitely one of the more appreciated guys in the group. He's definitely developed this league and a lot of the people in this league to where they are now. And I know a lot of guys were glad to see him end up in victory lane. I unfortunately don't know a lot about him, but as more as I learn, I'm looking forward to see where he'll go, and maybe he'll be doing some more races this season. But other than that, that's all I got. Again, depending how my life goes, we should be back to broadcasting CCRS this Thursday. And that's all I got. Be sure to like, subscribe. If you didn't like the video, be sure to like and subscribe anyway, because, yeah. And, yeah, that is it. I think Lyle's